Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about something that I've had as a subject for probably about a month now. So what it is it's about anger. And I'm not talking about the typical anger that comes along that I feel all the time. Angry about the situation, angry about what could have been done for Atlas, and angry about everything that should have been. I'm talking more about anger at little things that just completely set you off. So, for example, Josh and I, for the most part, we're doing really well as a couple considering our circumstances, but I have noticed, and the first time I noticed this, I ended up talking to my counselor about it afterwards, was I had gone and met up with a friend that lives close by, and Josh was going to make dinner while I was gone. It was the first time I was going to be away from him for any real length of time. So there was some kind of miscommunication with the text. He had asked me what he needed to do next with something that we were cooking, and I texted him everything that needed to be done, and he didn't end up seeing the text. And so when I came home, he was frustrated with me that I didn't let him know, and I got mad because I did let him know, and I was just like so confused as to how we were even arguing about this. So him being frustrated made me mad, and then I just blew up. I just cried and was just like scream crying. I was angry, but then very, very quickly, that anger from the stupid situation that we were going through quickly turned into me just bawling about Atlas and just being so angry at the situation that we were dealt with. And it was really confusing to me because I just could not stop crying. I just came into bed and just was like crying and screaming in my pillow. And Josh probably thought I was some kind of crazy person because he thought I was crying and screaming about the stupid dinner. And that wasn't the case. It was at first, but then it just quickly, just like that, was just about missing Atlas and everything. So the only way that I really could think logically in my head, which is really hard, was maybe I'm freaking out because I'm so angry that I got angry at that when we shouldn't even be having this conversation. Our life should be completely different. And that's what I was thinking that it was. And my counselor, when I talked to her about it, she explained it to me in a way that made sense. She used a visual and she drew this thing. So I'm going to draw it for you now. And it's not going to be like any work of art or anything like that. But I thought that it really helped me to have that visual to understand what's going on in my head, because since that time we have had, at least that I can remember, 2 other times where I've cried about something stupid and then just completely blown it out of proportion and just sobbing and can't breathe because it's not about the stupid thing that it started about. It just boom goes to everything else in my life that's been going on. So she drew a circle that represented your brain, and you know it's in 2 different hemispheres or whatever. I'm not a brain specialist, but so one side is all about your emotions and things like that, and then your other side is your logical side. So your side with your emotions and everything can only take so much. And so she said that when you go through trauma or some kind of traumatic experience, it takes pretty much all of that side of your brain. So it takes up pretty much that whole entire thing, even down here. So she said that with what I'm dealing with, and anybody who goes through something so traumatic as this, is your emotions about that are filled up pretty much on your whole entire side of your brain. There's not much room for anything else. So she said when you get angry about something that is really stupid, your brain doesn't really have room for that. So here's the stupid thing about the dinner right there. It can't fit in that side of the brain. So what happens is it just all leaks in to everything else, and it just completely just shatters this whole thing, and just all leads into here, because it just, this takes up so much that it just bleeds into that, and this isn't really even an issue. So when she wrote that for me, it actually really helped me, because I thought that seriously I was going completely insane, where am I going to forever now freak out that Josh, clipped his toenails in bed and just bawl uncontrollably about that? Or am I going to flip out about something as stupid as dinner? I was really concerned about that, because it's so emotionally taxing and exhausting to cry like that. If you've ever cried where you can't breathe and it's just nothing can calm you down, it's so exhausting. And that's what was happening. I would be mad about that, and then it just all overwhelm, and I would think about how much I missed Atlas and how angry I was at all the people involved who didn't really seem to do their job. And it just was like a huge spiral. I wasn't thinking about the dinner at all. Like, that's over here. I was just in this spiral of the bigger circle here that I drew. I was just in this spiral. Like, this was just gone. I was just constantly just, rolling and rolling in that whole thing. It helps me that I can understand why that's happening, and that I'm not just completely psycho. If you felt like that's what has happened to you, like you just go off the deep end about something so little, and then it just completely isn't even about that anymore, but you haven't paused to really differentiate that, that's what's happening. At least that completely makes total sense for me. And just know that it's normal, and for you to feel that way about stupid little things and then have it completely blow up and just have you freak out, it's normal. And I think it really helps to know that those kinds of actions or feelings, I guess, are something that you're not going through on your own. So yeah, I hope that this was helpful for people. It's one that I really did want to talk about for a while now, because I really did think that visual that she drew for me helped. And even if you're going through something else that's not what I'm going through, if it's any other type of traumatic experience, that same thing can apply. Like, you don't have a lot of room for anything else, and so it can just completely blow things up. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Share it with anyone who you think it would benefit, and I will just see you on my next one. Bye.